I found my wife's second phone on a Tuesday. It was tucked inside a winter jacket she never wears, in the back of our closet. Black. Prepaid. No name on the contacts, just initials. DRMCTL. Texts going back 6 months. I stood there in our bedroom for probably 10 minutes just holding it. My hands weren't even shaking. I was just blank. Because I already knew what it meant, or at least I thought I did. Sarah and I had been married 4 years. Good years mostly, but the last 8 months something shifted. She started sleeping earlier, stopped asking about my day. There were nights she'd step outside to take a call and come back with red eyes, saying it was nothing. I stopped pressing her because, honestly, part of me didn't want to know. But now I knew, or I thought I knew. I hired someone to follow her. I'm not proud of it. Cost me 15,000 pesos I couldn't really afford. The guy was a former cop, ran a small private investigation service. I gave him her schedule and told him to document everything. 3 weeks later, he sent me a folder of photos. I opened my laptop alone in my car, parked outside our apartment building. I told myself whatever I was about to see, I could handle it. The first photo was Sarah entering a medical building in Quezon City. The second was her in a waiting room, filling out forms. The third, and I had to zoom in to make sure I was reading it right, was a sign on the wall behind her. Reproductive endocrinology and fertility clinic. I sat with that for a long time. We'd lost 2 pregnancies before. The second one almost broke us. Sarah never really talked about it after. I assumed she had moved on, accepted that maybe it just wasn't going to happen for us. I stopped bringing it up because every time I did, she cried and then apologized for crying. The investigator's notes said she had been going every 2 weeks. The initials in the phone, DR was her doctor, MC was a specialist, TL was a support group she had joined. The prepaid phone was because our bills were shared, and she didn't want me to see the charges and ask questions. She had been doing all of this alone, in secret, for 8 months. Because she didn't want to get my hopes up again if it didn't work. I deleted the investigator's number. I closed my laptop. I went upstairs, walked into the kitchen where Sarah was cooking, and I just hugged her from behind and didn't say anything. She said, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I just missed you." She still doesn't know I know, and I'm still deciding whether to tell her or just let her